82.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. We do have a 50-50 chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon with mostly cloudy skies, and our temperature will be falling to around 75 degrees by 5 p.m. We'll have light and variable winds. Tonight we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 3 a.m. Some of the storms tonight could produce heavy rainfall, and our chance of precipitation is 70%. Now, new rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch are possible tonight, with mostly cloudy skies and low temperature around 66 degrees. We'll have light and variable winds. Tomorrow, showers and maybe a thunderstorm before 1 p.m., then a chance of showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. Some of the storms tomorrow could produce heavy rainfall, and our chance of precipitation is 90%. New rainfall amounts between 1 and 2 inches are possible, and we should have a high temperature near 80 degrees. Winds will be out of the southeast at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we expect partly cloudy skies, low temperature around 68, with southeasterly winds around 6 miles per hour. Thursday we'll have a 3 in 10 chance of showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon, with mostly sunny skies and high near 91. Southwesterly winds on Thursday will be 6 to 10 miles per hour. Then Thursday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms with partly cloudy skies and low temperature around 67. Friday, we'll still have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. We'll be primarily sunny on Friday with a high temperature near 87 degrees. Friday night should be mostly clear with low around 65. Then our weekend's going to start out on Saturday with a chance of showers up until around 1 p.m. The rest of the day will be sunny with a high near 86. Then Saturday night will be clear with low around 62. Sunday should be sunny with a high near 84. We expect mostly clear skies Sunday night with low around 61. And Monday, that new work week, will start out with sunny skies and a high temperature near 84 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Many people can serve as role models in a young person's life. Parents, teachers, older siblings, cousins, 4-H leaders, neighbors, the list goes on and on. But there are people in our society whose vast knowledge and experiences should serve as role models for us all, those who lived through the history that helped shape our country. The number of people alive today who were born 100 or more years ago is small, but there are plenty born in the 30s and 40s who lived during the Great Depression and World War II. They may not have been adults when the stock market crashed in 1929, but their parents were. They grew up in the shadow of bank failures and the collapse of the money supply. Only 11% of farms in the United States had electricity in 1932. By 1942, almost half of American farms had electricity. It was not until 1950 that nearly all farms in the land of the free and the home of the brave had power. Consider this. Tractor power did not overtake horsepower on farms in the U.S. until 1945. That was less than 80 years ago. Books and documentaries are wonderful, but consider the lessons learned and the impact of having a conversation with someone who actually lived those experiences. We need this younger generation to someday keep our rural communities alive. We need them to make decisions about taxes, health care, energy, the environment, and wars. We're running out of time for them to truly learn from those who came before. We would all be well served if they did. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Missouri Farm Bureau offers depredation permits.
Our permit is only eligible for livestock producers. We will ask if they haven't lost any livestock, if they've experienced harassment from the black-headed vulture. We also ask estimated number of black-headed vultures they've seen within 5 miles of their property. As soon as the application is turned in to us at Missouri Farm Bureau, we work really hard to try to get an approval letter. As soon as the producer receives permit approval from us, which would be in the form of a letter, the producer is approved to shoot. employees of an operation, spouse, kids, sons and daughters are eligible to be on the permit as well, and they're eligible to shoot. Permit is limited to just 5 takes per operation, but I would ask that, if a producer is interested, we'll get you an application as quickly as possible.
To find out more, go to agriculture.mo.gov.
Missouri, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Illinois, Iowa, Tennessee, Arkansas, Indiana, and I can keep going on and on.
John, are you going through the 50 states?
No, Mike, he's giving us the states of the Cardinals radio network.
It's just amazing. We are heard just about everywhere across the Midwest.
For over 130 years, Cardinals baseball has been entertaining fans of all ages.
It's no different this year. We're bringing you all the hits, homers, strikeouts, and excitement right here on the Cardinals radio network powered by Graybar.
Direct cash cattle trade is sluggish and cash hogs are steady to sharply higher. Hello, I'm Brent Barnett with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Cash cattle country has been quiet on Tuesday with a few asking prices in the south around 187 to 188. Nothing has been reported in the north. Bids remain very elusive, and if business follows the trend of recent weeks, significant trade volume may hold out until midweek or later. The bulk of last week's trade took place on Wednesday and Thursday, with a little cleanup business on Friday. Beef cutouts were higher at midday with light to moderate box movement. Choice was up $247 at $318.30. Select was up $115 at $301.32. The Choice Select spread was $16.98. At the Joplin Regional Stockyards in Missouri on Monday, feeder steers sold steady to $5 higher compared to the most recent sale. There was an exception of light 4-weight and 3-weight calves selling up to $30 higher. Feeder heifers under 525 pounds sold $10 to $15 higher from the previous week. Cash hogs are steady to sharply higher with moderate negotiated opening numbers at the major direct markets. After the typically slow start to the week's trade, most buyers appear to need some near-term ready numbers, with activity getting a boost from the early week strength in the wholesale market. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were up $1.68 with a base range of 73 to 85 and weighted average of 83.24. The Iowa Minnesota had no comparison but a weighted average of 83.69. The Western Corn Belt had no comparison with a weighted average of 83.67. The Eastern Corn Belt was not reported due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Dorchester, Wisconsin markets are $6 higher at 66. Sows are $3 to $6 higher at 57 to 66. Boars were priced at $18. At Garnavillo, Iowa, barrels and gilts are steady at 69, sows are steady at 69, and boars are marked at $29. At Illinois, slaughter sow prices are $3 higher with moderate demand for moderate offerings at 48 to 60. Barrels and gilts are steady at 48 to 58. Boars ranged from 8 to 28. Pork values were higher at midday, up $141 at $101.68. I'm Brent Barnett, Brownfield.
ADM Regenerations is the industry's leading program for rewarding ag producers for conservation practices on their farms. ADM makes it easy to enroll and participate. There are no long-term commitments, and we pay generously for practices like cover crops, emission scoring, no-till, and nutrient management practices. ADM appreciates all you do to protect your land and legacy, and we believe you should be rewarded for it. To learn more about your state's incentives, visit admregenerations.com.
When it comes to growing soybeans, you need an advantage. And with Zetavo soybean seed, you get a big one, a really big one. 3.4 bushels per acre big. It's a yield advantage made possible by BASF genetics, proprietary germplasm, and industry-leading seed quality. Talk to your retailer today about staying ahead of the game with Zetavo soybean seed.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World A Day. Serving Salem and Denton County for over 30 years, Your World A Day is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, ksmoradio.com. Your World A Day Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Charles Elmer Martin, Jr. of Steelville passed away Saturday, August 10th at the age of 80 years. Graveside services for Charles Martin, Jr. will be Wednesday, August 14th at 12 noon at the Martin Trask Cemetery, Cherryville, Missouri. It will be at the Martin Trask Cemetery. And all arrangements for Charles Elmer Martin, Jr. of Steelville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Ronnie Lee Steelman, age 81 of Salem, passed away Thursday, August 8th. Catherine Margaret Ann Steelman, age 72 of Salem, passed away Sunday, March 17th. A memorial gathering for the Steelmans will be held from 5 until 7 Wednesday night at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the Love Pack Backpack Program. Envelopes will be available in all arrangements for Ronnie Lee Steelman and Catherine Margaret Ann Steelman, both of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. William Levi Bill Mitchell of St. James passed away Sunday, August 11th, at the age of 50. Funeral services for Bill Mitchell will be Friday, August 16th at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Tabernacle of Praise Church in Rolla. Visitation will be held at the church Thursday afternoon and evening from 5 to 8 p.m. and will be at the Flag Springs Cemetery. Memorials are suggested at the Tabernacle of Praise Church. Cards are available at all James and Gar locations, and all arrangements for William Levi Bill Mitchell of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen will be meeting this evening at 6 o'clock at 202 North Washington in the old City Hall auditorium. The public hearing on tax rates will be preceding the call to order, which will be followed by the approval of the agenda. Public comments will then be heard, followed by a state transportation presentation. The board will consider the approval of bids for street lights and bids for replacement of the Al Brown Field lift station pump. In new and miscellaneous business, the board will consider the following. Resolution number 19-2024, which authorizes the City of Salem to execute a 911 services and software license agreement between Indigital Inc. with the Salem and the Salem Police Department. Resolution number 20-2024, which authorizes execution of agreement with the Industrial Development Authority of Dent County for the position of Economic Development Director. Resolution number 21-2024, a resolution modifying Resolution number 4-2022 to incorporate changes in the Affordable Housing Program Modified Agreement for the Welcome Home 2021 project. Also to be considered is an invoice from Flynn Drilling Company. The second reading of bills number 3617, 3618, 3620, and 3621 will occur. The first and second reading will take place of bill number 3623, an ordinance levying for the year 2024 a tax of 67.50 cents upon each and every $100 assessed valuation of real estate and personal property within the corporate limits of the City of Salem for general revenue purposes. Bill number 3624, an ordinance to rezone property at 905 and 907 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard from residential to commercial. Bill number 3625, an ordinance to rezone property at 900 West Hobson from residential to commercial. And Bill number 3626, an ordinance to rezone property at 909 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard from residential to commercial. Reports from city officials will then be heard, followed by adjournment. An accident occurred at 7:50 Monday evening in Phelps County on Route A north of Ridgetop Drive that left a Rolla man with serious injuries. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2003 Ford F-150 driven northbound by 64-year-old Guy Clayton of Rolla traveled off the left side of the roadway and struck a tree and boulder. Clayton, who was not wearing a seat restraint, suffered serious injuries and was transported to Mercy Springfield by Phelps Air. The Ford F-150 was totaled in the incident and removed from the scene by Dishman's Towing of Rolla. The Denton County Commission met at the courthouse Monday morning. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray stated grading would be done on Denton County roads 5650, 6400, and 6660, and repairs will be made to the new chip and seal on Denton County Road 5080 where someone cut donuts in the new surface. He also said brush should be cut on County Roads 4250, 4253, and 4255. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk reported rock would be added and grading done on Denton County Road 4060, while only grading will be done on County Roads 4400 and 4403. Polk stated brush is going to be cut on County Roads 4410, 5320, and 5325, and a culvert was being installed on County Road 4060. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said he attended the TAC meeting in St. James Thursday, where they elected new officers and discussed the study concerning the Forward 44 program for the improvement to Interstate 44. People can comment on that project on the MoDOT.org website through August 21st. He also said MoDOT is offering a bridge engineering assessment program where they will fund up to $12,000 per bridge for an engineering study. Larson said he also attended the Housing Authority meeting where they elected new officers, and he was elected secretary, and they reviewed financials. Larson said an external relations committee meeting was held, and the annual MRPC Awards Dinner and Banquet will be held October 24th at the Osage View. At the regular MRPC meeting, Larson said they heard updates from the state and federal legislative representatives that were on hand. Larson also said the commission needs to find a new Merrimack Regional Community Foundation member to represent Denton County on the MRCF board. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said she balanced with the county collector and county assessor on all monthly collections, add-ons, and abatements for July. At 10 o'clock, Austin Hostetler from Great Rivers Engineering updated the commission on the status of the flap project on Denton County Road 6670. Hostetler said MoDOT did not change the initial plans submitted and tree clearing will be done through permitting. Hostetler said getting the right-of-way acquired is expected to take between 6 to 12 months as it will have to go through the National Park Service as it takes longer to deal with a federal government agency, and the right-of-way was not included in the scope of services. He said Great Rivers Engineering will ask MoDOT for an extension, and the new supplement agreement will have to be signed by the county with Great Rivers and MoDOT. They hope to have the plan approved by the summer of next year. Hostetler also updated the commission on the new sidewalks TAP grant around the county courthouse. The old sidewalks will be removed, and there will be an 8-foot wide concrete area from the street curb to the grass area or retaining wall where needed, with an actual 5-foot walkway and 3-foot decorative area. Hostetler discussed a new concrete retracted area for the dumpster and possible replacement or relocation of the brick trash can holders. He asked about the water fountain, and it may be removed with just a water hydrant being left near the current fountain location. New rails will be needed on the step areas and possibly around the retaining wall as well. Hostetler said this project is ahead of time on the MoDOT estimated completion schedule, and they're hoping to put out for bids this winter and have the project completed. At the last meeting, Dent County Surveyor Michelle Elwood came in to discuss the remonumentation corners. The commission approved doing 8 corners for $700 each, and the county will be reimbursed from the Department of Agriculture $350 for each corner. The next meeting of the Dent County Commission will be Thursday morning at 9, and that meeting will be open to the public. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors will hold a special closed session meeting Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock at the hospital library. The meeting is not open to the public. The Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors will be meeting this evening at 6 o'clock at the fire station at number 2 South Main Street. After the roll call and approval of the consent agenda, the tax levy hearing for the 2025 year will be held. Following the hearing, the board will approve the consent agenda before the board hears the reimbursement report for July. In old business, the board will discuss the AFG grant before any new business is to be addressed. Chief Dennis Floyd will give his report before the date for the next meeting is set. The board will then go into closed session before adjourning. The tax rate hearing and the meeting of the Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors this evening are both open to the public. The Salem RD Board of Education will hold their tax rate hearing and regular meeting Thursday evening in the Salem RD Boardroom. The tax rate hearing will be conducted at 5:15, which would include any public comments to be followed by the regular meeting. After the consent agenda is approved, the board will hear communications followed by the superintendent's report by Dr. Nathan Wills, before the principal reports are heard from William Lynch, the upper elementary, the middle school, and the senior high. Philip Carr will then give an update on athletics and activities, followed by reports on special education, technology, and maintenance. In new business, the board will approve the preliminary 2023-2024 annual Secretary of the Board report, bids for gas and pest control, board policy updates, adopt the tax rate derived from the public tax hearing, the evaluate contract, and the 2024-2025 emergency response plan. The board will then declare band uniforms and Chromebooks as surplus property before adjourning the updated 2024-2025 school year. The board will hear any resignations before moving into executive session to discuss student issues, personnel, and real estate. The board will then return to open session to adjourn. The Salem RD District meeting Thursday evening is open to the public. And that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Have you seen TownScreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use TownScreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained TownScreen in Salem. Calling all rodeo fans, the 10th Annual Salem Area Chamber of Commerce IPRA, ACRA, MRCA Pro Rodeo is coming to the Commons on Saturday, August 31st and Sunday, September 1st at 7:30 each evening. Produced by Outlaw Rodeo Production, you'll see the excitement of rough stock, timed events, mini buckers, plus Sophie Dutch trick riding, Miss Rodeo USA Kaylin Quinones, and Miss Teen Rodeo Missouri JC Jost, along with some past rodeo queens. There's also a boot toss for the youngsters, and there'll be lots of vendors. Come on out and watch all the excitement at the IPRA, ACRA, MRCA Pro Rodeo at the Commons in Salem on Saturday, August 31st and Sunday, September 1st. For more information, call the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce at 729-6900, 729-6900. This ad paid for by the Dent County Tourism Tax Committee.
M-I-C.
He chasing the backside hit sack.
S.
Who else but LB3?
T.
To the house from 77.
P.
We put our fist up. We said we're not giving in. We got an elite edge, and we're not going to be denied.
Join us Thursday, August 29th. The Tigers open the season against Murray State. Our coverage begins at 5 on your home for Mizzou football. The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Here at KSMO Radio, it is now time for news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned, as just after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
When you were young, all you wanted in the summer was an ice cream truck to roll by. Now, you just can't wait for the Harbor Freight parking lot sale to roll around. And it's here. Stop in this weekend to save big. Maybe you're looking to fill up that tool chest. Maybe you're looking for a tool chest to fill up. You'll save money either way. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until August 18th, 2024. While supplies last. Limitations apply.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained Town Screen in Salem.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, as being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals played the Cincinnati Reds and lost 6-1 last evening. Game 2 is this afternoon with pregame at 4:45. You can tune in to KSMO 1340 AM or 95.7 FM to listen to the game. Kansas City Royals played the Minnesota Twins yesterday and lost 8-3. Game 2 of that series is this afternoon with a start time of 12:10. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. One rookie that stood out in the Chiefs' first preseason game was undrafted running back Carson Steele, who's been used both at running back and at fullback, and says his goal coming into this camp was to be a Swiss Army knife.
Try to do it all type of deal, and wherever they need to put me in is where I can get in. And so, like they were saying, implementing the fullback in there as well, being able to block, especially catch out of the backfield too, not only just being able to run.
Steele scored the Chiefs' only touchdown in the game against Jacksonville, rushing 4 times for 29 yards. Andy Reid says if Steele keeps it up, he could find himself on the roster.
We used Noah there last year, who could still do that, but he's got to be a good special teams player. If he's going to make the team, he's got to be a good special teams player, and he's got to be able to carry the football and stay aggressive like he's doing right now. But he had a productive day.
The Chiefs wrapped up practice earlier this morning. Their next game is Saturday at home against Detroit. The Royals had a 2-0 lead after their at-bats in the second inning. Bobby Witt Jr. homered in the first, his 23rd of the season. And then the Twins went off on Brady Singer. They scored 6 runs in the second, an 8-3 loss for the Royals.
That's the inning that kind of messed up the whole night. Obviously would like to have it back, and got in a jam there and just trying to get out of it and gave up 2 big hits there.
Seth Lugo will be on the mound tonight for KC. The Cardinals loaded the bases in the second and third innings, and they only came away with 1 1 run, and the Reds hit 3 homers off Sonny Gray as St. Louis dropped the opener in Cincinnati 6-1. Sonny's having trouble giving up the long ball.
I have given up the 3-run homer a lot more than I'm used to doing. I just gotta find a way to keep the ball in the ballpark. Everything else is fine.
Jordan Walker called back up from the minors, went 0 for 3. Matt Carpenter on the IL with a back strain. Eric Fetty starts the second game of the series tonight. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you could also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer is a great time for families, but you're so ready to get back in a routine at school, right? Part of getting ready for school is making sure your child is up to date on recommended vaccines. The Missouri Immunization Coalition is reminding you to visit your local health provider before school starts for immunizations to protect your child from potentially life-threatening diseases. See if your child is up to date on immunizations at moimmunize.org.
You've got the school supplies. Don't forget to immunize.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you could also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Ferguson police officer Travis Brown is still in critical but stable condition after being knocked to the ground Friday night while officers attempted to arrest protesters for destroying police property. Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle tells KMOX Radio in St. Louis that a 28-year-old Illinois man has been charged with allegedly injuring the officer.
Just like in 2014, we had a lot of individuals that came from the outside that, for whatever reason, wanted to use the uprising for their own benefits.
A retired United Methodist pastor turned state rep is hoping to become Missouri's next Secretary of State. Barb Pfeiffer earned the Democratic nomination after besting two other hopefuls. Pfeiffer takes issue with her Republican opponent, Senator Denny Hoskins' campaign promise to hand-count ballots if elected.
This is a strategy to induce chaos in voting.
And MoDOT is seeking public input for a section of I-70 in central Missouri's Cooper County. It's part of the process for adding a third lane on I-70 across the state. This is Missouri Net.
The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services